In this week's episode, we announce the launch of our new German instructors and Pilates on the platform.
And I enjoy talking to Mark Massie, Massie Man in Pelo Chats, and much, much more.
Welcome to Pelo Buddy TV, your unofficial resource for everything Peloton. By the community, for the community. Here are your hosts, Mark O'Rourke in the UK and Amanda Siegel in the US.
Welcome to episode 20 of Pelo Buddy TV, a show for the Peloton community by the Peloton community. I'm Amanda Siegel and I'm joined by my co-host Mark O'Rourke. Mark, are you there?
I'm here, Amanda. Look at me, hey? Who thought I'd put a Christmas hat on, eh? I've got my little snowman behind me, little Christmas tree in the corner.
I love it, Mark. I love it. You know what? Why not, right? I mean, come on. It's the holiday spirit. If this Jewish girl is going to do anything, she's going to have a damn elf hat on.
Brilliant. I love it. I love it.
And we are going to celebrate, How are you doing? Have you had a good week?
Yeah, great week. Yeah, I'm excited. Only a few days now until Santa turns up. So yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. I really am this year.
Yeah, good. No,
How
I have
about
to
you?
say it. Good week. Hit another milestone on Friday.
1,050. Congratulations.
Got to 1,050, but we did
Another
decide.
shout out.
I did get a fabulous shout out, but we decided in the Siegel household that we were only going to celebrate the hundreds from now on. We had to eliminate the 50s. So I was very quiet about it all week. And then she gave me this great shout out on the ride. So we stuck with just one social media post, Mark.
Whoa.
But it was it was a good week and winding down, and obviously Friday was my last day in the real working world. So
28 years, was it? Did you say
28 plus years at Shady Grove Fertility, and I have to say I have hung my hat, Mark, and I can now be on that bike whenever I damn well please.
Their loss is our gain.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. But you know what? I love the fact now that I can just ride, and I'm going to start Pilates, and I'm going to start all these wonderful things that Peloton have incorporated on their platform, and going to make 2021 the year for me. It's going to be the Amanda year. Well, Mark, as we do each week, before we get on with the news, we like to remind you of how you can keep up to date with all our content across all of our platforms. Every episode, as well as breaking news, and there have been a couple of those, is released on our YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button at the bottom right-hand side of the video and hit the notify button to make sure you never miss an episode.
And of course, we're on loads of podcast platforms, Amanda. We're on the major ones. We're on iTunes, Google, and Spotify, amongst others.
Yeah, and finally, we are on Facebook and Instagram. Just search for Pelo Buddy and follow us to make sure that you do not miss out on any of the latest news. But Mark, it's now time to get on with the show.
First, let's do a rundown of the latest Pelo news.
As we wind down for the holidays, we wanted to be sure to let you all know that we at Pelo Buddy will be taking a little holiday break ourselves. And this will be our last show for 2020. You'll be able to find us back on with all of your New Year stories on Sunday, January the 10th. With that being said, there is tons of news to share with you this episode, starting with the epic official launch of Peloton Pilates. We had shared last week that we had heard rumors it was coming, but we are thrilled to announce that it's been launched and is now on the Peloton platform. Classes can be found in the strength section on the on-demand library, and you can filter by Pilates. for now, the official instructors are Hannah Corbin, Emma Lovewell, Kristin McGee, Aditi Shah, and UK instructor Sam Yo. There are about 20 classes currently available, ranging in length from 10 minutes to up to 45. And you can find beginner, intermediate, and as well as advanced classes. We are still unsure if this is another pilot program for Peloton, just like the Peloton bar classes were, or if it'll be more like the boot camp, where each week new classes are dropped into the on-demand library. I guess time will tell, but I do know that there is tons of buzz on social media and members are thrilled with this new addition.
Amanda, Peloton announced the 2 newest additions to the Peloton Germany lineup this week, and it's our pleasure to have Jules with us. Jules, are you there?
Hi, I'm here, Mark. How's it going?
Yeah, great, thank you. So this is really exciting news, isn't it? Tell us all about it, Jules.
Yeah, so last Wednesday, Peloton announced finally that we have 2 new instructors in Germany. It's Cliff Dwenger. He was the one that Pelo Buddy reported on before. He was on The Voice in Germany. And we have Wedekind, a surfer from northern Germany. And yeah, they're both joining Peloton Germany. Cliff had already his premiere ride. It was on Thursday, and I was actually live in there, and it was amazing. I can't believe the vibes he was giving. It was like super groovy. There were almost 1,000 people on the leaderboard, which I think is a record for any German live ride. I think normally we're around about 200, 300. I think the Oktoberfest ride may have had 500. But yeah, it was amazing. I think he also has a really interesting story. Obviously, we mentioned, he was on The Voice of Germany, so the music TV show. He actually talked a bit about himself in the ride. So, his parents are from Ghana. He was trying to have a professional football career, but unfortunately had a lot of injuries. Which is where he found cycling and like personal training, and that's how he's now on Peloton as an instructor. So yeah, we're so excited to see where he's going. It's a bit crazy. He immediately had another live ride on Friday, I think less than 12 hours after his premiere ride. So they're really working him hard to start. And then on Tuesday next week is Mayla's premiere ride. So I think it's a 30-minute ride, I believe. We're really excited to see what she has in stock.
Jules, I think it's a game changer for Germany. I think it really means business now, doesn't it? 2 great instructors. You've got a community that's growing by the week, by the day, by the week, by the month. So I think it's really exciting news for everyone in Germany who has the Peloton bike, or is maybe considering buying the Peloton bike, that you've now got 2 specific new instructors. And I think it's great news. 4 in total now, Jules, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4 instructors in total. So we have Irene, Eric, and now obviously Cliff and Mayla. And I think it's finally, there's still quite a lot of Germans that don't really speak English. So it's amazing to see that we now have a lot more live classes coming up, hopefully, with the 2 new instructors. And I think it also opens them up for other courses. So there's rumors. So Mayla has a background in yoga and I think Pilates as well. So that might actually open up Peloton Germany to having German yoga classes on the app, which is something that I know the German community has been requesting a lot. So I'm sure 2021 has a lot in stock for us.
Brilliant. Growing by the week. And yoga will be great, a great addition to the German community. So listen, Jules, thanks very much for coming on and telling us all about it. And if we don't speak to you again, have a fantastic Christmas and hopefully see you in the new year.
Thanks so much for having me, and frohe Weihnachten.
Amanda, today we have more Peloton coaching rumours for you. It appears likely that Mariana Fernandez will be joining the Peloton team as a new yoga coach based in the US. It would seem likely that Mariana was the new instructor hidden by flowers that was teased by a number of coaches on social media last month. At this time, we aren't sure of the exact timing of the official announcement, assuming the rumour is true, though we would expect it to happen in early 2021, likely before Bradley Rose is officially announced. Mariana has been teaching Vinyasa style yoga classes since 2009. She taught classes out of the New York yoga studio for a period of time. In addition to being a yoga instructor, she's also a marathoner and a triathlete. So, busy lady, Amanda.
Interesting. So I think you're right. I think that may very well have been that coach that Chris Lewis had shared with us when they did
It looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, interesting. So tons of coach news, and it's exciting. It's exciting to get all these new folks on, and yeah, we're you're going to hear it here first at Pelo Buddy. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Whether it's called for or not, we know we have that information. So Friday morning, Peloton launched a full prenatal fitness program, both with prenatal bike classes as well as strength classes. With Robin Arzon more than halfway through her pregnancy, it certainly seems like an appropriate addition, and all the classes will be in fact led by her. Head over to the Pelo Buddy website to find a full list of the 4 prenatal strength and 1 cycling class. Robin did go on to say that she is going to be adding more classes, so look out for those. Though Peloton is likely to launch postnatal cycling and strength classes too, and that looks like it's going to happen in the new year after Robin gives birth in March. We also saw the launch of Robin's 3-part docuseries called Strong as a Mother, in which she will take us through her pregnancy journey. As we all remember, Robin emotionally announced back in September that she and her husband, Drew Butler, were expecting their first child. And while she was elated, she would not be stopping her instruction with Peloton. In this 3-part docuseries, we'll get a glimpse into the purpose that drives Robin, precious moments from the home life she's cultivated with her husband, Drew, and her perspective on motherhood. Our greatest obstacles are our greatest opportunities, is what Robin has been heard to say. And she goes on to say that, thankfully, I think my history as an athlete is going to lend itself to approaching childbirth and motherhood. I don't presume to know what's going to happen, but I know I'm strong as hell and I'll deal with it. So it's really, really exciting, Mark, that she has gone ahead and done this, because it is amazing how many women are pregnant and continuing to keep up their fitness journey with the bike.
Yeah, don't Peloton consider everyone in this? I mean, prenatal classes. I mean, you think it's great, isn't it?
Unbelievable. But I have gone on to see so many women post their big bellies as they're riding in their, 36th, 37th, 38th week. So it's amazing that Robin's gone ahead and done this, and it's just wonderful for those folks that would like that, just a little bit of extra TLC through their pregnancy, not pushing themselves. So that was a really wonderful addition to the Peloton platform, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Amanda, in other news, this week brought another lawsuit to Peloton. Mad Dog Athletics, the company that trademarked the phrase spinning, as well as who created the first spin bikes in the 1990s, filed a lawsuit against Peloton alleging patent infringement. The company put out a press release with the news. John Boudwin, I probably pronounced his name incorrectly, co-founder of Mad Dog Athletics, said, "We revolutionized the indoor cycling category in 2008 with the e-spinner bike, which featured the world's first touchscreen display designed to bring instructor-led coaching and power training straight to the rider's home. Peloton has built its business by free riding on Mad Dog's patent-protected innovations. Peloton cannot compete in the category that Mad Dog created by trampling on Mad Dog's rights." The lawsuit is requesting damages for infringement, attorney fees, as well as enhanced damages, and an order permanently stopping Peloton from infringing on the patents. We will provide updates on this case as they become available, along with the numerous other lawsuits which we've mentioned that Peloton is currently litigating, Amanda. Another lawsuit. Every week there seems to be lawsuits after lawsuits. This one seems quite a serious one, I think.
This one does seem more serious than some of the others we reported last week. But I will tell you, Mark, I think that's what you see. Unfortunately, as the company gets stronger and more financially stable, you are going to see folks coming after them. It's sad. I mean, we've said this last week. It's just so sad that it becomes, a litigious kind of scenario as opposed to, just letting them be. But, everybody has their reasoning. And I guess, we'll continue to report as to what happens and whether they actually go to fruition.
Yeah, talking of competitors and what have you, Amanda, Apple Fitness finally launched this week. And I have to say, it looks really interesting. Super professional from what I've seen, Amanda. They offer a wide range of fitness areas and classes. And I guess we'll have to wait and see if it overreaches into the Peloton arena. Time will tell.
Yeah. So I know that you had taken a look at that. I haven't had the opportunity yet to take a look. And I'm so loyal. I am so loyal that
You're right. It does make you feel almost as if you're
cheating.
Cheating. Away. But I got 3 months a free trial because I bought the Apple Watch, and I love Apple, anything to do with Apple.
Yeah.
So I kind of think that Apple and Peloton for me go kind of side by side. So I haven't taken the class yet, but I am curious about maybe doing maybe the dance class or one of the other classes and just trying it out. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll certainly over Christmas do it, and we'll talk about it next year when we come back. But it will, it would be interesting to see how that does kind of manifest and whether it turns into anything serious or not.
Talking of Apple, some latest news there. There was an iOS update on the latest iOS version this week, just released, which allows you to skip the intro feature. So again, I haven't tried that as yet, Amanda, but I'm going to give that a go this week too. So always innovations, always moving on.
Right. Well, that will then now allow those app users to be able to skip the intro as we can when we're on the bike. So I think that's helpful. And it's just, another update and certainly an opportunity there for those that are app users to kind of feel part of the new things that Peloton continue to release and update.
For sure.
So it appears that Peloton is trying to finish out the year with a wide selection of specialty and themed classes. This past week, we had the Pentatonics ride with Christine McGee, which was live last Sunday, and according to social media was a huge success. This week we saw Elvis Presley Artist Series that was launched, and that was launched, Mark, with a run with Jess King, a ride with Emma Lovewell, and a yoga flow today with Kristin McGee. As we know, Elvis Presley is the best-selling solo music artist of all time and has been awarded 3 Grammy Awards plus the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. So as an artist series, it made complete sense and inevitable that Peloton was eventually going to launch something with him. I have not yet done it, Mark, but I am so excited to do it.
King of rock and roll has arrived in Peloton.
Yeah. It was funny because I was telling the kids about it, and my son was like, "All right, Mom, name three Elvis songs." And I did. I went like with 1, 2, 3, and they were quite impressed. They were like, "Wow!"
I think it's brilliant. I'm really excited. I can't wait to spin to Elvis.
So I think that's going to be this week. That'll be this week's one of this week's rides. For me.
Brilliant. So, Amanda, Peloton announced this week via social media that they would be taking their popular live DJ classes from the bike over to the tread as well. The first live DJ treadmill class for Peloton took place last Friday. It featured Adrian Williams along with DJ John Michael. Fans of the Peloton tread are hoping this is the beginning of Peloton starting to put more intention behind tread classes. The new lower-cost Peloton tread is launched next week in the UK, and the Americans have to wait until March. So, they've. I think it's quite exciting what's going on here, Amanda, with the tread.
Yeah, and the DJ rides are fabulous. DJ John Michael does. I've been on some of them with Jess King, and they. He's fabulous. He's really fabulous. I'm surprised it's taken them this long, but I guess with the launch of the new tread, it does make sense. And while I'm not a huge tread person, it could be fun. It could be fun to do something with that for sure.
Amanda, even with the closure for Christmas and the New Year's, Peloton is still finding time to bring the best of the year's classes. This year, of course, we'll see the best of 2020 classes. These classes have a playlist consisting of handpicked best songs of 2020, according to each instructor. Expect to see more added over the next several days. These best of the year classes are becoming an annual tradition. So, what I suggest we do there, or all the guys watching on today's episode, is go over to pelobuddy.com and see the full list and full schedule. But exciting, Amanda.
At least there was something good that came out of 2020, and we know that the Peloton rides and runs and workouts was one of them, right?
Yeah,
there wasn't much.
100%.
There wasn't much that we can, we can kind of spotlight for 2020, except our Peloton, our journey,
true.
our Peloton. Isn't it true?
Very true.
It seems apropos that they have a best of 2020 classes, because that really was the best of 2020 was Peloton. I mean, no question. So, Mark, so last week we actually saw our first big winter storm hit the East Coast. Peloton had announced late on Wednesday evening that they had decided to cancel all live classes in the New York studio for most of the day, resuming in the evening due to the inclement weather. They dropped a bunch of encore classes, and of course members could go on to do the on-demand classes through the library and find workouts to do. We just wanted to add a reminder too that they had announced, and we did mention it last week, but we'll just remind everybody this week that Peloton did announce that the studios both in New York and London will be closed, and there will be no live classes over Christmas and New Year. So December 24th through next Sunday, December 28th, and then again Thursday, December 31st through the 3rd. They have already loaded tons of encore classes for next week, and I'm sure they'll do the same for New Year's. So for those of us that like our live classes, good for Peloton for giving everybody a break, and they are so deserving of it, because through this crazy year, they have continued to produce incredible work for us to keep us motivated.
And of course, we're joining them on a break, aren't we? So,
yeah, exactly.
And we deserve a break as well, don't we, Amanda?
We do.
Amanda, Peloton announced that the Jess King Experience accessories collection are now available. Members were asked to tune in to the episode on Thursday evening, USA time, and you can pop on over to the US Apparel store to see the items that they added. Speaking of instructors, Sam Yo was featured in this week's People magazine. Sam popped up and talked about his past as a Buddhist monk. At 23, he decided that the best way to connect with his Thai heritage was to become a monk himself. He would wake up at 4 a.m. every morning. Whoa. He was a monk for 10 years, Amanda, and then turned to fitness and was for 8 years teaching spin classes. Then he got the message from Peloton, and I guess the rest is history, Amanda.
Yeah, I found it amazing when I heard about Sam being a Buddhist monk. It's amazing. It's amazing, and I've got.
I didn't realize it was 10 years. 10 years. I mean, that's a long time.
No, I didn't realize it was 10 years either. But he's in his. I think he's 40. I think that Sam, is one of the more mature instructors. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting. You know what? I have had the privilege of meeting Sam and riding with him in studio, and you can just see that he has that calmness about him. So, having joined the Pilates team now and everything else that he's doing, I think it's going to be really fun to see that side of him come out, because he's amazing. I think he really is amazing. And lastly, there was an absolutely amazing article in Vanity Fair that titled, "There's an Intimacy to What We Do, How Peloton Became Must-Watch TV in 2020. The article featured Robin Arzon, Ali Love, Cody Rigsby, Alex Toussaint, Chelsea Jackson-Roberts, and Tunde, and basically recognized that through this unprecedented time we have all been living in, a list of quarantine celebrities wouldn't be complete without Peloton's 33 instructors. The article went on to share fast facts about each of the 6 instructors that it had featured, and is definitely a must read. You can find the full article on the pelobuddy.com website, but it was truly a fantastic article highlighting those specific 6 instructors, and I really enjoyed it. So definitely head on over to pelobuddy.com to grab the full article there.
Let's get to know another person behind the leaderboard name in Pelo Chats.
So now it's time for Pelo Chat, and I'm really pleased to be able to introduce a friend of mine from the Peloton UK community. He's a chap that I met in London probably about 12 or 18 months ago for the first time, and we've been good friends, and we've followed one another all the time since. So Mark Massie, are you there, Mark?
Yeah, hi Mark. How are you doing today? Just want to say, first of all, thanks for having me on the show today, and hopefully I can share some insights to people about some of my successes over the last couple of years since I've owned the bike.
Yeah, you've got a great story, Mark, and obviously we're going to get onto that. And so yeah, it's good to have you with us, and I love the Christmas tree behind you. Very festive, Mark.
Thank you, Mrs. Massie will be pleased about that.
Yeah. So tell us about yourself, who you are, family, your work, and let everyone know a little bit about yourself, Mark.
Yeah, I'm 55 years old. I know I don't look it, but I am. Good news is now I get the free flu jab. So, for my profession, I work in electronic security. So I sell CCTV products. Probably a bit more glamorous than that. I actually run the company, but that's what I do essentially. I am married. I've got a 24-year-old daughter, and we live up in Northamptonshire, which is currently tier 2.
Wow, a rarity.
Yes, yeah,
absolutely. So tell us first of all about your experience with Peloton. What made you purchase the bike, and when was that, Mark?
Yeah, we actually looked at the Peloton back in 2018 in December. We was up on a Christmas trip, literally maybe a couple of days before Christmas, and we happened just to walk past the shop in can't remember where it was now. Where the studio is going to be built.
Probably Covent Garden.
Covent Garden, that's the one, yeah. And we just popped in and had a chat with the people there, and literally both ordered one the very next day. And so we actually got it delivered second week of 2019. I'll be honest, the first few weeks I didn't really embrace it. It took me a while to really get into the groove of it. And I guess as soon as that, there was really no stopping me. Sure. I've really done way beyond what I would have ever imagined, and I was skeptical of it being a shirt hanger, if I'm honest. I
think a lot of people are initially, aren't they? They're not convinced totally, are they, until they get it and they try it out. Because you've always got that 30 days, but you know what? I spoke to the guys at Peloton probably about 18 months ago now, and they very rarely get bikes go back. So I think once you get used to it, it grabs you, doesn't it, and takes over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and my wife rides it nearly every day as well. So I think between us, we've done nearly 2,000 rides between us in the last 2 years.
Because you've just hit the milestone of 1,000 rides, which was terrific, wasn't it? A couple of weeks ago, about a week ago.
It was about a week ago. It was really interesting. It took me 6 months to get to 100.
Really?
Yeah, and I guess what people probably don't know is, but in between, when I don't ride the bike, I actually go on a mountain bike and usually do about 40 or 50 miles as well.
Wow.
So I'm pretty much riding every day.
Yeah. And I know you've got a great story to tell everyone today. We met one another in London at the studio, however long ago it was, 12 months or so ago, probably a little bit longer, wasn't it? And seems a lifetime ago now, doesn't it, Mark? But it was great. It was great to meet up with you. And at the time, you were explaining to me and the guys, because we went out for something to eat, didn't we? After the the ride in the studio, we went for breakfast, I think, if I remember right. And you were saying that you were trying to lose an amount of weight, and I'll let you tell the story of what you were and where you are today, and the journey and the health benefits that you've come across during that period.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So really, actually, my journey probably started about 6 years ago, of where I was and where I got to. About 5 or 6 years ago, I was going to an exhibition in London. I actually twisted my ankle on a cobblestone, and couldn't walk very well for about a week. I went to the doctors, and I got diagnosed with advanced arthritis in my left leg. And so from there on, really, I didn't do any exercise for maybe 3 or 4 years, just because I couldn't do it. It was too painful. Sure. And as a result, I gained, upwards of 6 stone in weight, because I just literally was, my lifestyle was sedentary with too much alcohol, too much food, and everything else that, we do when we get into bad habits. Yeah. And, I just decided, when I saw the bike in London, I just thought, why not just give this a go? And see if anything can help me. And I promise you, within maybe 3 months, the pain in my ankle had gone away, 100%. and I was actually dropping weight rapidly. And again, it wasn't just the Peloton, but obviously I was eating well and healthy, and I had to redesign my whole way of life.
It's a lifestyle, isn't it? We always say that it's not just down to a spin bike. It's down to diet and to living the right type of life, for sure.
Yeah. So I think I lost probably most of my weight relatively quickly, and then over the last sort of 12 months, I've probably maintained, and I've actually recently dropped a bit more weight. I've actually just shed my lockdown weight, which I think a few people put on. Yeah. But some of the other things, the real big thing, I've had massive issues with my blood pressure the last 10 years. And, right now, my blood pressure, I've been taken off one of my medications now. My blood pressure is absolutely 100% normal.
Wow.
So not only have I overcome this issue with my arthritis, my blood pressure's down, and I'm lighter, and, just feeling, much fitter.
Well, you've lost 84 pound, I think it is. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's remarkable. It's lots of bags of sugar, that is, isn't it?
It's funny that I actually when I do this, I actually stack bags of sugar up sometimes just to sort of see what it really looks like.
I think it's great. If it's as a visual, it just shows the amount of bulk that the human body can carry and a mass. Yes. It's incredible. But you're looking great. You're looking good. You're feeling healthy. Your blood pressure's back to kind of normal. Your arthritis has gone. So life's pretty good on the Peloton, and you're happy with it, aren't you? Have you still got the original bike, or have you bought the new bike? Or
no, I've got the original. I don't feel the need to change it. I'm happy with it, and we've had discussions about it. I can't think why really. We'll stick with that until it eventually breaks down in a couple of years. I've got the warranty now, so who cares? Yeah.
Oh, you took the warranty. I know a lot of the guys. A lot of the guys did that. So it's one thing I will say is with this journey of having the bike and the losing the weight, I actually don't think I would have got to where I was without being part of the community. It was very influential on me, really. Yeah.
And
you were one of the earliest members, helpful. Mark, weren't you? In the pub community, Peloton UK community. When I set that up in November 2018, you, as I say, I think you bought the bike beginning of 2019, and I remember you joining me at that time. There was only a few hundred people at that time, and we're not far off 9,000 people now. And you're an active member in the community, and everybody knows you, Mark. And I have to say, your 1,000th ride, when I posted on there just congratulating you, I think there was almost 400 or maybe more than 400 likes and comments, and there's not many members in the community get that amount of feedback, positive feedback. So it's great. The community is a big thing, isn't it? For I think it goes hand in hand with the bike, and I think you'd agree with that.
Yeah, and I mean I've since I joined, and by far this is the only one I'm a member of now, because it's the only one I believe that's positive.
Oh, that's good. That's great to hear. The moderators and the admins within the puck community are not overly strict, but we keep a good eye on the community. And I think to be fair, I think we don't have many issues, and most majority of members play fair, and it is a great community. So I mean, great story. The health benefits you've touched upon. Anything else, Mark, that you can sort of think about or think of going forward? Are you looking forward to maybe the tread? Are you considering the tread or not?
Believe it or not, I had a go on the tread today.
Did you?
I was in Oxford today and had a brief go on it.
I know that store well.
And I'm going to stick to the bike, by the way.
To be honest with you, I'm the same. I just don't feel the need for two cardio sort of machines, aren't they? They're kind of, I think, one or the other personally, and I'm happy with the bike. That's interesting that you tried it out, and maybe not over keen.
No, and but I think going forward, I think the next sort of 12 months, I'm going to focus a little bit more on the sort of the floor exercises and the new content that we've got, and actually my style of riding is probably a little bit I go as hard as I can for as long as I can, because of my ankles and knees I've had over the years. I don't tend to stand up a lot because it injures me, and so now I want to spend a bit more time really sort of listening to the instructors and really trying to rein things back a bit and actually improve my cardio even more, because I think you have to do that to improve your cardio.
Yeah, and obviously Peloton have announced over the last 24, 48 hours, Pilates is coming to Peloton. So I think that's quite interesting. Don't know if you're going to get involved in that, Mark, or have any intentions of it, but I've never done Pilates, but I'm curious. I don't know if I'm as supple as I used to be. Have you ever tried yoga, by the way?
I've had a go. Yeah. I actually could walk less than when I rode the Peloton for the first time. It really tore me apart.
Brilliant. Okay, so at this time in the show, we do something called Descending Recovery, and I'm going to ask you a number of questions, quick style questions, and if you can give me an answer, Mark, that would be great. So when you see the 60 seconds come up on the screen, I will begin. Are you ready, Mark?
Okay, I'm ready for it. Go for it.
Right. Bike or tread, Mark? I think I know the answer to this.
Yeah, it's bike.
Do you have a favourite instructor?
Yeah, well, I have two. I have Leanne Hainsby and Kendall Toole, equally.
Brilliant. Good instructors. High cadence or high resistance?
High cadence.
Early bird rider or night owl?
No, I prefer the evening.
Okay. Meditation or strength training?
Neither, really.
Live. Okay. Live or on demand ride? Do you have a preference?
No preference. So I like them both.
Okay. First class taken. Do you remember who that was with?
Yeah, it was a 20-minute low impact ride with Leanne.
Oh, good choice. Favourite ever class?
It was the Prince ride with Emma Lovewell and Ali Love.
Great ride. Anything to do with Prince does it for me. Brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant. Well, we've run out of time and we've got quite a few questions in. So that was great, Mark. And finally, this is always the final part of the show, tell us what your leaderboard name is and how you came up with it, maybe.
My leaderboard name is Massie Man, and I came up with it because it's actually my gamer name on Call of Duty. When I was younger.
Great idea to use that then. Okay, so everyone knows who you are anyway when you come up, and obviously now you've got to get a lot of high fives. People will be looking out for Massie Man. So yeah, brilliant, Mark. Thanks for coming on. We've been wanting you to come on for a while, and thanks for taking the time out. And look forward to maybe having you on again in the future and telling us about your continued progress, because it hasn't ended, has it?
No, definitely not. No.
So thanks again, Mark.
That's great, and say thanks for the community. It's a really great place to be.
Brilliant. Cheers, Mark.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
It's time to celebrate our fans' milestones with Pelo Shouts.
You are doing so well today, Segway 3. Happy 1,050 ride.
Cinco, what's going on? 1,800 rides today. You are an absolute star. Thank you for being here.
I want to give a big shout out to our Ride 100s today. Shoner 18, Coxie 101. When we hit that first triple digit, it's like, yeah.
Did you hit a milestone this week and get a shout out by your favorite instructor? Don't forget to let us know.
Mark, I mean, tons of stuff and tons of information again this week.
Yeah, our final show before Christmas, and we almost had to extend the program, didn't we?
Yeah.
So much news.
So much news. I know I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss this for the next 2 weeks, but I'm sure that things will quieten down in the Peloton world as everybody gears up for the holidays. And, as we said last week, it is going to be a different looking holiday, I think, for lots of folks. And, our own Chris Giles was saying how he can't travel to Germany to be with his fiancée. And, it's so sad. It's a crazy time. But you know what? I am looking to 2021 to being an awesome year. And
I'm the same.
We're going to be reporting and continue to reporting everything new in the Peloton world come the new year. So
exciting times for Peloton.
Absolutely. And for those of you that have been loyal to us these last 20 weeks, thank you. Thank you for taking the time each week to listen, to jump on, to get to hear what we've had to offer you guys. It's been our pleasure reporting it. It's been so fun doing it with
all
you,
all the lovely messages we've received out there. We appreciate it. We love doing this for you guys. This is something we do out of the love of our heart. We don't get paid for it. We do it because we love Peloton and we love the community that you guys are part of. So, I hope you've appreciated it and I hope you've enjoyed it and hope you've got something from it and learned something from it. We've enjoyed doing it. And, I'm excited about 2021, Amanda.
Yeah, so from me here in the US, I wish you all a happy holiday. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep pedaling, and we'll see you guys in 2021.
Yeah, and from the UK, have a fantastic Christmas wherever you're watching us or listening to us. And looking forward to seeing you in 2021. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching Pelo Buddy TV, your unofficial resource for everything Peloton. By the community, for the community. Don't forget that we have a podcast available so that you can listen to us while on the move. Just search for Pelo Buddy TV on any major platform and hit the subscribe button to never miss an episode.